Hello, hello. Alright. We are back, guys, for some more Project Eden's Garden. Getting keen. Hey, what's up? Alright, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, just gonna get straight into it, really. So I don't really trying to remember exactly where we're up to. I think we just met in the dining hall for a meeting. We did that trial. That was in the second episode. That's right, we just saw the Monokuma, the Taru thing, and we slept. That's right, everyone's in someone else's room. That's right.
Good morning, my amicable student friends.
So I'm in with Kaya Montgomery.
From the looks of things, it's shaping up to be another beautiful morning. I can feel it already. The sunlight kissing my neck, the Satan's trickling down my back. It's as though the world is telling me, have an awful day. Enough with the dramatics. Have you gotten used to this little alarm every morning? I hope so, because there's plenty more where that came from.
Man.
Can a guy let me get some beauty sleep? It's morning already. I had a decent sleep, all things considered, but it was still weird to wake up in someone else's room. Well, this will be the last time I do. I jumped off the couch and went straight for the door. I'll go back to my dorm. Bye. Good morning to you too.
Huh?
Huh? Just as I was about to open the door, I noticed it. 2 envelopes had been slid underneath the gap at the bottom. Looked like our names were written on them. Hey, what are you doing? I grabbed the envelope, with my name on it, and used my foot to slide the other one to Kai. An envelope? Is this something important? When I opened the envelope, what I saw inside... is that my... what the fuck is that? My parents? Okay. Huh? It's a photo of Wolfgang. Oh, wait, it's Wolfgang. Oh. Okay. Who's that chick on the right? Judging by the woman's clothes, this was definitely taken during a wedding. Huh? Is Wolfgang married? What's going on? Why was I delivered a wedding photo? Interesting. The plot thickens. Dude, you seriously got me listening to this? Dude, you seriously gotta listen to this. Foolish nerd, the spider never leaves her web except to sell pastries. This is a joke or something? It's giving shitty Christmas card energy, like the kind your distant aunt sends you. What are you talking about? It's on the back of this photo. See? Wait a minute, is that Cassidy? Yeah, it was in my envelope. Looks like it's from a stream, doesn't it? Maybe Cassidy's trying to pull a prank on me. I don't know where she could have gotten this photo, though. Hey, what about you? Does your letter have anything? Turning the back to Kai, I pulled the photo out of the envelope and flipped it over. Like father, like son, beneath a sheep's skin, it hides a wolfish mind. Yeah, I wonder if it's about... So it's about Wolfgang, I reckon. Maybe he's a bit more of a... Not demonic, we'll say, but he's a bit more of a... Like the letter says. More of a wolf. Someone's a bit more... Takes the opportunity. I definitely think Wolfgang, from what I've seen, is going to be the most interesting character out of a lot of them. He's the one that gives that vibe off. Like father, like son, beneath a sheep's skin hides a wolfish mind. Huh? Was this a verse from a poem or something? Put the photo back and eyed the details more closely, now realizing a date had been printed at the bottom. 04/17/2001. Is Wolfgang older than he says he is? Oh well, no, it says he's 22 in the handbook thing. This will be the date the photo was taken. Is it Wolfgang's dad? Wait, 2001? Doesn't that contradict Wolfgang's student profile? Seen the Gremlins. I was right about you, Wolfgang. Excuse me. 22 years old and already a lawyer? That confirms that you did start college as a teenager. Wolfgang is 22, which means this photo must have been taken before he was born. In that case. Before he was born. When is this set? He's 20. I'm 22. Oh, so maybe he's... Maybe set 2000, he's born 2002? I don't know. Can you resemblance to the man in the photo? Could I actually be looking at his parents? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And that message. Like father, like son, beneath a sheep's skin was hides a wolfish mind. I don't really get it, but it sounds ominous. Damn it, what the hell is going on?
Whatever.
Like father, like son. Okay, so his father is probably someone who's a bit of a bad guy. Alright, just ignore, oh my god, alright, just ignore me then. It's not like I was curious or anything. Kai tossed his envelope to the floor and slid the photo of Cassidy into his pocket. I'm starving. I'm gonna go, like, head over to the dining hall. See you there, I guess. When I mentioned eating, did I realize how hungry I was? Maybe I should grab something from the kitchen before I return to my dorm. As for the envelope and the photo, they can stay with me. So everyone would have got a photo. Wonder who got mine. So it's a bit of a, maybe a little secret from everyone. But Cassidy's looked pretty generic. Alright, let's head to the dining hall. See if they'll let me in my room. Shaka-hoo. Huh? Why is everyone here? About time! What took you so long? What are you talking about? Sorry, we're waiting for you. Kai told us that the two of you each received a letter. Is that correct? Kai said that? Sorry. This asshole couldn't keep his mouth shut. So, is Kai right? Did you receive a letter? If I say no, Kai will probably tell everyone I'm lying. Yeah, I did get a letter. Then this confirms it. Everyone has one. Everyone has a letter? Yep, we all woke up with one slid under our doors. Huh? Does this mean they also received letters about Cassidy and Wolfgang? Not everyone's here. It's okay to share our letters, right?
Please don't.
Wait. I don't know about that. I've been waiting for this. Joe put out a piece of paper from one of his pockets of his suit. Toshiko had a boyfriend in 3rd grade and cheated on him when she went to play house with another boy. Isn't that cute? Look at the photo on the back, too. It's a picture of some kid's drawing. Did Toshiko draw that? Toshiko! Infidelity from such a young age. I had no clue how you ended up giving dating advice. Toshiko ran over to Jet and lunged for the envelope. My secrets are my own. How dare you expose them to the public forum? You're a thief, a hoodlum. Give it back to me now. What was that? I couldn't hear you from up here. Seeing that, Jet dangled the photo just outside Toshiko's road. Alright, that's enough. Margaret stepped in front of Jet and held out her hand. Come on, hand the photo over. Okay, sure thing, ma'am. I was a different person all those years ago when now I changed. I'm a woman of conviction who would never engage in such needless debauchery.
Whatever.
I'm glad you got over playing house, I guess. Everyone, I advise you to be careful with these envelopes. But it looks like they all contain secrets about us. The one Jet had was luckily just a joke, but some of these could be far more sinister.
Disrespect.
Just a joke? How disrespectful! Whoa, how do you keep sneaking up on us? This blackmail is the stuff of nightmares. I dove deep into the darkest crevices of your mind to create these. Blackmail? I've written some of your worst secrets on the back of these photos and distributed them among your classmates. No one person has their own because the point is to foster distrust in a group. And then the killing will finally commence.
Isn't this lovely?
Our very first official murder motive. Applause, applause. Did you see motive? Murder motive? No way. You can't be serious. Hey, everyone's worst secrets? The one we just heard about was some wacky elementary school hijinks. Oh, some of you are so uninteresting that there was simply no material to work with. On the flip side, I decided to make some secrets a little more vague and mysterious, so you could pester each other for more information. If you're going to expose our secrets, at least do it properly. I certainly wouldn't hold back if I had dirt on you. Duly noted, Rubber Baron. Wait a second. Isn't this suspiciously similar to what Eva suggested would happen yesterday?
Why the long fence?
In what way? She said that our captors would try to share our secrets to provoke a murder. One day later, and that exact scenario is happening. It can't be a coincidence. I imply that I listen in on your conversations to get ideas for my killing game. How insolent! Yet absolutely correct. Are you serious? Nothing is truly original, my dear pupil. You must try to find inspiration wherever you can. Damn it. So we're in the mess because of that mathlete. It's a running trend at this point. In a very roundabout way, yes. To think that one of your own would be responsible for this blackmail doesn't fill you with rage. She could have kept her mouth shut. Anywho, what just about wraps up my announcement. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your glorious gifts of listening. By the way, if you're wondering where Mari is, she's been keeping a very close eye on you all. So please, be on your best behavior. Tozu, away. We stood in silence trying to unpack what we'd just been told. Blackmail, a murder motive? I could see realization creep across the other students' faces. Any semblance of normality in their lives was gone, replaced with the determined world of the killing game.
Guys.
The mental world of the killing game. I don't get it. Why does he want us to hurt each other so badly? You guys, you're not listening to him, right?
Need to worry.
Of course they won't, Miss Vinikia, I don't know. Venetia? I think it's Venetia. It's Venetia. He stepped forward and placed a hand on Diana's shoulder. Sorry, I just never thought they'd take such a direct approach. Spilling everyone's secrets, it feels like they're really taking this seriously. It's alright, we'll get through this. Can we be sure that all the blackmail is telling is true? Toshiko is definitely true, but maybe there's a deliberate lie sprinkled in to create conflict. I don't know. Lies like these seem like they would have been pretty easily refuted. I hate how much that man is trying to toy with us. He's probably watching us right now. That's exactly why we can't let him win. Wolfgang turned to look at the rest of us. I have no idea what kind of information is in everyone's envelopes. It's possible they're all harmless like Toshiko's. But given our situation, I'm inclined to believe otherwise. For that reason, I implore you all to speak with the person who has blackmailed you. Blackmail you have, and them only. Even if the contents of the envelope seem horrible, give the person a chance to explain themselves. I can assure you, we are not horrible people. Our actions can be easily misconstrued by our kidnappers. We all need to trust each other if we plan on getting through this killing game.
There's no need to worry.
If you put faith in your peers, they'll put faith in you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. We can make it through this. I wish I could speak as well as you, Wolfgang. Thank you for the kind words. So we should confront. No, we meet with the person who's blackmailed we have. Could it be risky? It could be risky, but it might be the only way to keep this group together.
Embarrassing.
Oof, I have no clue who has mine. I sure hope you don't think less of me, though. I'm definitely gonna meet with my person ASAP. I'll find a way. There's nothing in these envelopes that's worse than what people already say. I do wonder if there's some kind of advantage to keeping it private, though. Seems to have sailed into stormy weather. But since most of us are taking Wolfgang's advice, I have a feeling these things will turn out fine. Let's suspend for now. Give everyone a chance to speak with each other, eh? Like clockwork, the student went their separate ways. What am I going to do, though? Are they really going to share their blackmail with each other? That information is only useful for if the person who doesn't know you have it. Not to mention, what if the blackmail is really serious? Would they feel comfortable meeting up with them? Meeting up then? Everyone keeps being so naive. Then again, could that work in my favour? My record is clean. I know that for a fact. So whoever has my blackmail will probably come forward. As for Wolfgang, like father, like son, beneath a sheep's skin hides a wolfish mind. This is definitely one of those vague secrets Tozy mentioned. There must be a reason it's so cryptic apart from making my life harder. Was it to distinguish damning information? That's the only reason I can think of. I wonder why I was chosen to receive this blackmail. Anyways, maybe we could find Tozy and ask. He has to be hiding around here somewhere, right? If how quickly he seems to appear and disappear, he must have his own way of navigating this building. A way that's hidden from the students. Yeah, and a Monokuma can't just pop up. As I mulled over the possibilities in my head, I prepared breakfast and returned to my room. Tozy's hideout, where could it be? A pin pad in the pharmacy is definitely suspicious, but it's useless to me if I don't know the code. I could break a rule to get Tozy's attention, but then I'd risk getting shot by his accomplice. So what else am I supposed to do? Think, Damon, think. A way to communicate with Tozy. Are you joking? Actually, I think. I'll just try and leave. There's got to be something in here I've missed. Yeah, okay. Why is this lit up but I can't click on it? Maybe the podium has a secret microphone in it. Nope, there's nothing here. Of course there isn't a secret microphone. What else? What was I even thinking? Well, we just talk to the camera. Where's the camera? Yeah. I feel like probably there's audio. Security camera. Wait, could that be it? While I may not be able to see Tozy, he should be able to see me. Which means this camera. Yes, this camera is how I communicate. I grabbed the sticky note and pen from the desk and scribbled a message to Tozy. I have a question about the murder motive. Let's meet in the boiler room at 8:10 p.m. tonight. Damon Matsu. Using the desk chair as a stool, I stuck that note to the camera lens. Since a sticky note can be easily removed without leaving a mark, what I'm doing here shouldn't count as a defecting property. If I'm right and Tozy can see the security camera footage, he'll meet with me tonight. At least I hope he affords me the courtesy. Until then, I may as well find something to pass the time. Yeah! Let's do it. But what should I do? Free time. We're going to free time events. During the free time events, or FTEs, you have the opportunity to spend some valuable one-on-one time with your classmates. Since you haven't made the best first impression, it may take some convincing people before your peers speak to you. But worry not, for the Amali Pachinko machine is there to help. In case you don't remember, the Pachinko machine can be found inside the pharmacy. If you win a round of Pachinko, you will be awarded a special currency called Marabucks. Marabucks can be spent at the adjacent Gachapon to obtain a present. Gift your peers a present they like and they might talk to you. To view presents, simply call up your Tozy trinket and select the presents tab. With the presents menu, a chart displaying the preferences of your peers have been provided. A green arrow indicates a student will either like or love a present. Oh, so they will just tell us. A red arrow indicates a student will either dislike or hate a present. And no arrow means the student will feel neutral towards the present. The more student likes a present, the more likely they are to hang out with you. By the way, you've been gifted 10 Marabucks to keep to start with. Just thought you should know that. That's about it. Have fun. Cool. Well, let's go use the. I have to go onto my thing every time. Alrighty. Who do I want to talk to though? Where's pharmacy? Oh, there we go. Actually, no, it's... Do I want to talk to Wolfgang? I'm trying to think who would be the most interesting character. I mean, Wolfgang's the most interesting character overall, I think, at the moment. That's how they set him up to be. Yo, let's do let's do some pachinko. Alright. Level 10 in? That'd be so stupid. So it looks like it's very similar to the first game. I got a teleporter. Cool. Meat on the bone. That's a good reference. Bag of gummies. Two machines to insert my box in. Oh, should I try Gachapon? Is Gachapon something different though? Wait. Wait, are they the exact same thing? What's going on? They're the exact same. Oh. Duh. Oh, this would give me... Okay, so this can give me more money. I see. Oh, whoops. Alright, I see. That's how this works. Joking. Alright. Fuck. I'll get this. No way. Let's go. I guess the more of these I hit though. Let's freaking go. Fuck. I don't know if what I'm doing is good or not, but... Okay. I'm just gonna equip. Did you just waste all my money on that? So that... Did that give me... I don't know what that did, but... We'll figure it out. Bonsai tree. Alright. Cool. So then if I go presents, then it'll say who likes it. Alright. Alright, so anyone... Alright. Anyone that's something I don't... Do I have to memorize all this? Like, who likes what? Alright, I should figure out who I want to talk to. Let's talk to Madison, I reckon. What does she like? Okay, she likes that. She likes the cowboy hat. That's good to know. Likes that. Alright. Let's talk to Madison. I think Madison's a pretty fun character. Bit of a bitch, but pretty fun. Alright, anyway. Let's figure out where she is though. So she's not here. She's in her room, eh? Wait, what was this? Where did I just come from? Oh, Cassidy. So that's the laundry room. So let's talk to Grace. Oi, who is it? How do you know I was here? The gap between the door and the floor, soybean, is to cast a shadow when you're standing in front of it. Now piss off. How the hell did she notice that? Is she watching the bottom of the door for movement? Whatever, I had no intention of entering the room anyway. Alright, so that's not... I'm not definitely not talking to you, Kai. You look fucking annoying. Alright, who's next up? Let's talk to... that could be interesting. Cassidy could be interesting to talk to. Alright, let's talk to Winona. I reckon Winona would be an interesting character to get to know. Alright, I just want to double check her presence. So what is she like? Doesn't like that. Neutral. Likes that. Likes that. Doesn't like that. Alright, so she likes the crochet board. She likes the bonsai. She likes the star projector, and I think she likes the little raft. Alright, Winona, let's have a chat. At this point, I must have. Oh my god! At this point, I must have close to 1,000 read emails in my inbox. 1,000 read emails. Ask about it. Are these emails in relation to your job? Yes and no. Huh? But a third of them are actually worth my time. Otherwise, it's the startup companies trying to strike a partnership, or my clan leader raging about my work ethic. If your clan leader involved in your company, barely. That doesn't stop her from having an opinion, though. Not sure what exactly I should say to her, but I want to complain about the various ways that the clan leader would nag her. No, honestly, this lady just sounded like a dotting grandma. Would you like to give her a present? Yeah. Let's give her... Oh, it says anyway. That's good to know. Yeah, let's give her a bonsai tree.
What can I say?
Thanks for the gift. I'm definitely be using this. Remind me to get you something in the future.
Okay.
And I liked your present. I've been thinking, what does it take for the ultimate entrepreneur to earn that sort of title? Doubting my abilities already. That's fine. I woke a bit of curiosity. Observe, huh? As she said that, she began to roll up her sleeves. A bear had been tattooed on her left arm. Stripes and arrows encircled the animal, weaving in and out in a memorizing pattern. Like what you see? It's impressive to say the least. From what I remember in school, bear tattoos are usually a symbol of rebirth strategy. I don't know. I actually have no idea. Leadership. So there's leadership, right? My business acumen surpasses that of everyone else's in my clan, even the leader herself. Hand me $100 and I'll turn it into $1 million. I see. What's the method behind it? Your success, I mean. Method? I'd say there is no one method to success. It's more like a complicated web of skills.
Nope.
Those being nothing you could grasp. What do you mean? I'm saying you aren't smart enough. What the? If you actually had the brains for business, a few key things would. Oh my god! A few key things about you would be different. For instance, I wouldn't have had to introduce myself. She just bit. I didn't recognize her. Consider it quick, though. The absent-mindedness. Most people assume a debater would be knowledgeable in many topics. So it's surprisingly charming when the ultimate debater knows next to nothing. I just scrape everything from my memory once I've won a competition. It's now I prepare for the next. If anything, don't you think it's pretty ironic to call me ignorant when you don't know what it is to be a debater?
Huh?
Nope. Unlike the average debater who spends most of their time wasting away as a second-rate political commentator when they're not attending useless competitions, that is.
Can't keep me down.
As the CEO of the country's largest agricultural company, I can expect a noteworthy debate every day. Comparatively, people like yourself have it much easier. Well, that's your answer. What? You want to know what sort of skills are required for success? So I gave an example. Conversation skills. Knowing how to navigate any kind of exchange, in our case, an argument, does hand in hand when turning a profit. I wouldn't consider that much of an argument. True. You buckled a lot faster than I was expecting. In doing so, you forfeited any power you had in conversation. Were we two rivaling companies, shareholders would have interpreted that as a sign of weakness, and deemed you the more volatile investment. In the words of business, the winner is the one who gets the last laugh.
Honestly?
With that being said, I'm completely indifferent to debaters. I don't care whether or not you recognize my name either. Then why the hell did you treat me like an idiot? Because our companies were competing for investors. FTE complete. Page 2 when this report card has been updated. Do I get abilities as well? Like in Danganronpa? I still have a little bit of time left. What should I do? We'll talk to someone else, I reckon. Free time. What am I just... So, okay. Acclaimedly, she exhibits commendable leadership skills, as indicated by the bear tattoo on her left arm. When asked about her method of success, she spoke about getting the last laugh and tried to make an example out of me and my talent. Interesting. Who else be good to talk to, guys? I could talk to Eva. I think Eva's probably another one. I'd say Eva and Wolfgang are the more interesting characters. I can't believe Wolfgang is taller than fucking Jean, dude. That's crazy. Alright, let's talk to... Map. Let's talk to the map. Should be interesting as well. She's near the boiler room, eh?
Hello.
You're staring. Is it worth speaking, Eva? You have a company.
Really?
Are there really no better places to spend your time? It's not so bad down here. When I'm bored, I just count the numbers of water stains on the wall. Would you like to give Eva a present? Might as well. So what is Eva like? Where is she? Am I blind? Oh, there she is. Oh, she likes that. That's good to know. I'll give the camera. Thank you for the gift. I don't receive them very often. If you liked your present. He stood there silently, a desperate look on her face. It's interesting. What is? When I first imagined meeting new Ultimates at Eden's Garden Academy, I expected them to wear their titles with pride. But for you, that couldn't be further from the truth. It doesn't fit well. What do you mean? My ultimate talent, nothing about it fits. If you throw away the ultimate part, you're left with a corny term which barely defines what I actually do. And what is it? Well, general math, but more than that. Science, literature, aerospace engineering, textbooks. All those things which are leagues above trivial math competitions. The trophies I win relate to math in particular, yeah, but there's no depth in the word mathlete. It doesn't cover most of what I do. Hold on, science and literature? You're knowledgeable in those fields? Well, I'm not really well known for my achievements in these areas, but I do consider myself a bit of an expert regardless. I'm like a jack of all trades. Oh. It's not as if anyone really sees me that way, though. Earlier this year, I wrote a whole paper on an obscure subgenre of Western speculative fiction. I spent weeks on it, expecting it to receive a lot of attention from literature critics. But when I published it, no one cared, even though I was an ultimate. Well, your talent isn't really related to writing. You mentioned science, too. I guess that didn't go over well, either. None of it went anywhere. I could write a research paper on the theoretical possibilities of light speed travel, but no one would care because you aren't a scientist. Exactly. Do you see what I mean by my title being ill-defined? I'm forced into this little box. No one cares about anything I do unless it involves high school math competitions. It's like I'm completely invisible to them. I suppose that would be frustrating, yeah. I guess having less scrutiny does help with one thing, though. No one pays attention to the skeletons in your closet. Sometimes it's even literal skeletons.
No.
Really? No, I'm lying.
Interesting.
You're a lot more gullible than I
That's not
took you
it.
for. To be fair, you did fool everyone with your cover-up talent.
Hmm.
That's true, I guess. I can't blame you for buying it after it.
Not
Is
sure.
that another joke? Perhaps. This girl's weird. I guess living in the shadow of your own ultimate title does that to you. Okay. That was came and went until eventually.
It is now 8 p.m. Nighttime is officially upon us. Please return to your dorm rooms and prepare for a good night's sleep. Or don't. I'm not your parent. Just remember, tonight could be the night which changes your life forever. Whether that's for better or worse is for you to find out. Good night.
Interesting. Right, showtime. Let's see if Tozy accepted my request. I'm meeting at 8:10 p.m. in the boiler room. Oh, am I getting attacked by someone? I just have a feeling that's gonna happen. Just want to double check the report cards. Did I get any abilities? Man. She resents her ultimate talent for not being an accurate representation of her true abilities. I admit some of what she said makes sense, but it obviously doesn't justify her actions. Maybe not. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Come on, Tozu. No one's here. Maybe early. I'll give it a couple more minutes. Jeez, I wish I had my phone. Packed in my luggage bag, but I left that bag on the train. There's so much important stuff in that bag too. Not just my phone, but my wallet, my laptop, basically all my personal information. Whoever took my luggage just destroyed it. That would be the merciful thing to do. Okay, it's been long enough. There's no way Tozy didn't see that note.
Damn
Did he
it.
just ignore it? Damn it. Creek.
Good
Huh?
evening.
Cheerio.
Why
Oh.
long face?
Wide long face. Don't tell me, did you think I stood you up?
Rubbish.
So impatient. I'm a very busy headmaster, you know. Always sifting through boring documents about this and that. Yeah, sure. It's good to accuse me there. Did he hear me from outside? Anyways, if you hear it, that means you saw my message, right? Yes, that sticky note. Watching you interact, your little scheme was like watching a child draw its first stick figure.
How
Simply
interesting.
adorable. I must say, I'm surprised you requested to meet here of all places. In such a quiet area, it would be very easy to hide a murder. Aren't you worried I would hurt you? Not really. This is a killing game between students, isn't it? If the host gets involved, it would defeat the whole point. Also, if you wanted to kill me, you would have done it back when you kidnapped me.
Moving on.
Makes sense. Anywho, you wanted to ask me about the murder motive, right? Yeah, that's right. I wanted to know, why did you decide to give Wolfgang's blackmail to me?
I see.
Why did you get Wolfgang's blackmail? Oh, that's easy. It was decided by a round, by a round of dart throwing. What? Mara and I wrote your names on a board and on some darts. Your dart just so happened to land on Wolfgang's name, so you got his blackmail.
Seriously?
Are you serious right now?
Me?
Were you hoping for something more dramatic? Pooh, this is real life, not a movie. Plot twists aren't just hiding around every corner. Well, how did you even find this information? Toshiko's blackmail was something she did as a little kid. That's really specific. And whose fault is that? What? We aren't mind readers here. We only know the information because you lot couldn't keep your mouth shuts. Mouth shuts? Really? What did you think would happen? The moment you share something with another person, you're forfeited that information to an eternal game of telephone. No secret is safe. It doesn't matter who you trust. Deep down, everyone's a tattletale. And if you have made enough of a name for yourself to spawn a few search results, well, that certainly doesn't help. Then what about the content of Wolfgame's blackmail? Give me a refresher. I forgot what we wrote for that one. It says, like father, like son, beneath your sheep's skin hides a wolfish mind.
I see.
Oh, right. So you want to know what it means? Obviously I won't tell you. I'm not asking you to tell me. I just want a hint to help decode it. Think of it as a reward for my efforts. I went out of my way to arrange this meeting, you know. I'm probably the only student who values your input. Sheesh, smells like a teacher's pet in here. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were just desperate for attention. Can't say I didn't try. Use that noggin of yours, will you? Huh? Don't overlook the principle of parsimony, my friend. The likeliest answer is usually the most obvious. For all you know, the answer you seek has already revealed itself.
Moving on.
So, is there anything else you'd like to ask? No, that was it. Then, I'll see myself out. Should get back to your influence and friend, too. It isn't safe to be spending that night alone. Go on, you leave first. Okay. Right out of the boiler room. Turns out the widow wasn't completely useless after all. The principle of parsimony, huh? If the meeting between Wolfgang and Blackmail had already revealed itself, the only one thing comes to mind: the class trial. Could the key to deciphering this blackmail be the strange way Wolfgang was acting? And if that were the case, what leverage does it give me? The other students witnessed the same thing I did, and yet now they treat Wolfgang like their leader. I hate this. I shouldn't even have come to that dickhead's defense. Guess the best precaution right now is to return to my room and draw this long day to a close.
Oi!
Ah, damn it. Did you go any faster? Can't stand to be here with her any longer. Huh? Was that Grace? Sounded like she had a couple other people were right around the corner. Shit, I can't let them see me. Come on, hurry up. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, Grace. I just have a lot of stuff. Like what? Did you pack an entire museum in there with you? I wish. There's no need to make such a fuss. We can solve this without unnecessary conflict. There's no conflict. I'm just telling this slowpoke to move. What the hell? I could hear you guys from inside my room. What are you doing? Ulysses is swapping rooms with Grace. He's bunking with me now.
Yes.
I think this change will be better for the both of us. It's a win-win situation. We're both getting something good out of this. Unless everyone in the greater group has objections. Now that I'll listen, it's official. Wolfgang and I bunk buddies. Right. Oh, this is like the first time I've seen Grace on happy. Wolfgang's easy to deal with, that's all. Less annoying and stuck up. He's good with words too. Real cunning with his linguistics. You're so transparent.
Me.
More importantly, I think I'll move everything over to Winona's room. Perfect. I sense this will be the start of a more productive relationship. It's time Grace and I get some rest too. We have a lot to think about. So long as you guys aren't making any more noise. The sound of footsteps echoed through the hall as everyone returned to the dorms. So, girls' and boys' rooms, eh? What's going on, guys? Alright, that's what cue the hightail to bed. And when I went to open the door, my top body froze. Something about this whole thing. Was I really going to spend the night here alone in a room everyone knew was unlocked? It's not like everyone knows I'm by myself, right? If need be, I can shove a chair up against the door again. However, no matter what I told myself, I remain frozen in place. God damn it. Looked like it was another night with him. So you had a bit of a feeling. It's like, probably should just go by myself. Alright, Kai. It's alright.
Over here.
Oh,
Hi.
Damon. Hi. Where are you, man? You had me thinking I was going to be alone all night. I was having dinner. Dinner this late?
I
Kind of
got
weird, but
something to
okay.
say.
Anyway, now that you're here, you can't leave until morning. You don't have to tell me. I need sleep too. Okay, cool. You still sleeping on the couch, though? For the second night in a row, I was bunking here on Kai's sofa. All to avoid being vulnerable. If someone did try to attack me, what would I do? Would I fight back? Would I defend myself? I have no idea. Nobody can predict the decisions they make in a moment of life or death. Nobody will know until the unthinkable actually happens. Shit, someone gonna die tonight? Usually they give it a couple nights. Usually it's around 3 nights, but we'll see. No, 2, yeah.
When I was
So
little,
this is the
I was a
second
huge
night?
fan of ships. Every day I would sit on the pier and watch them disappear into the horizon, their sails billowing in the salty sea breeze. Sometimes my friend, a spindly boy with cream-colored hair, would watch with me. However, his love of ships was not nearly as potent as mine. While his interest was, at most, a small curiosity, mine was worship in every sense of the word.
Interesting.
I yearned for the thrill of the voyage, for the sights and sounds of far-off lands, for that distant horizon to finally be at the tips of my fingers.
Now, I generally wonder who will die first. Usually, the person that dies first is always a mysterious character. And, like, alright, so you think, well, first game it was Sayaka, which wasn't really a mysterious character, but definitely was, I won't say unexpected, but definitely, it breaks the tropes from other kind of mystery titles where you have, like, usually it was, like, a girl sidekick, like, or a sidekick character who was the one who died first, and then they were trying to kill someone. The second game was Fat Byakuya, who was the ultimate imposter, and he was the most mysterious because we were like, Byakuya, why is he here? Why is he fat? What's going on? And then we had the third game was I forgot his name. I think Rentaro. I think it was something like that. It was the ultimate. Question mark. We didn't know what his ultimate was until the final. So this game, I wonder who it could be. I don't think it'll be Wolfgame. Wolfgame, I reckon, will be like. I reckon he will become the antagonist, like a Makoto style character, but like in a way of not pure evil. I think what he's gonna do is is for justice, but I think he's gonna have a bit of a skew. Might become a bit more of a demented absolute justice style of kind of character, which could be very interesting. I think that's where I reckon it will become a more villainish character. I think Eva could be an interesting one. I think she's probably the more. I want to say she was definitely more mysterious to start, being like I'm an ultimate liar, but there's definitely more to her. So being the first,
And so, one day,
I actually think
I began to build a ship.
I'll finish this first.
When my friend found out, you know what he did? He decided to make a ship of his own. Incredible, I thought. 2 young friends fighting the odds to create something far grander than themselves. I labored for 100 days and 100 nights to build my ship. Once I was finally finished, I stood back and admired my handiwork. Coincidentally, my friend finished his ship on the same day. When I saw what he had built, well, I won't tell you yet. That's what we in the industry like to call a cliffhanger. Quite devilish, no? Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Did I do something wrong?
Probably. Yeah, I generally don't know who could be the first person killed. Maybe Grace, but I think Grace is going to be a character that's going to be a bit of a more annoying, that like butts head with everyone. I wouldn't see her dying until like maybe the third or fourth chapter or trial. I think she would be killed. I don't think she'd be someone that gets murdered. Or maybe she could be a killer. That could be interesting. There's a lot of. That's why I like these games. They like to break tropes and they create their own tropes and they break those, and it's all very interesting. Definitely won't be Kai. I think Kai will be alive for. I think I can see Kai being someone who finishes in the top 5 or top 6 characters. I think it'll be a top 5. I can see Kai being one. Winona, I think, will die. All right, I'm gonna make my predictions. Right, I'm gonna write on notes as well, so I can have it kept down. Because generally, this is what's fun about playing something new like this. Project Eden's Garden. I could. Actually, you know what? I'll do it for you guys. I'll write it. Word. I'll write on Word. Okay. So we're gonna do it. So we're gonna do project. Garden. Death predictions. Okay. So we're gonna do death predictions. So chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and then final chapter slash surviving. Oops. Bro, I can't spell. I knew that. For the U. For the R. Surviving characters. Okay, so I think first death. We'll do victim. So first, so we'll do victim, and then I'll say black end. Black end. Black end. Sure. What? So I like having things like a bit neat, you know. So I like to have everything. All right. So I could be completely wrong, or I could be completely right. You know. I'm generally, a lot of these are just gonna be guesses. Like, there's not really any indicators of who will win and die. I do want to quickly put up Project Eden's Garden characters. So these are the characters. I'll put it on this screen for now. So we'll start with the first victim. I generally think, you got Tozu as well. Alright, I'm just gonna think of again, and I should be saying like who will die in because depicting the actual predicting the actual chapter they die is gonna be pretty tricky, I reckon. But usually there's about 6 victims. There's chapter 1, 2, 3 is usually double murder. They might not do that. 4 would be 1 and 2, and then 5 would be another one. Now I think these people, because they're clearly the people that make this, are big Danganronpa fans. So I think they want to switch things up. I don't think Chapter 3 will be a double murder. I reckon Chapter 3, I've got it written down it's a double murder, and I think I will keep it that way, because that's just the more, if I'm predicting that's most likely what would happen. But I think they might do something smart. They might do, like, even the first chapter might be a double murder, like, just get straight into it, like, oh, if we got double murder going on, it's kind of crazy. So characters I think will get killed. I think the first character to die is going to be Grace. Now, Grace, I think, is a character who's almost like a mini antagonist, mainly because she's just the hothead character, but she doesn't do stuff to like make things harder, like a Byakuya or Nagito or a Shuichi. She's just someone that's just a bit annoying, and just wants to get under everyone's gears and arrogant. And I think that will leave her to dying. I think that probably would happen later on. I think maybe she could. I do think she will die, and I think she will be a victim. If she was a black end, that would be pretty interesting. All right, now I'm gonna put Grace as the first victim. I literally don't know anything, right? Like, I'm going completely blind. And the black end, I reckon, will be fuck, who could it be? This is hard, because look at all these characters. It's not like you look at characters like in Danganronpa and be like, oh yeah, that elf is going to be a killer. Like, you can see that in certain characters. I think it'll be another girl. I reckon it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, there's all the characters. Don't think it'll be Diana. Toshiko. Wait, what girls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Alright, no, I don't think actually I'm going to say it's going to be a guy. I reckon. I can see. This is hard. This is so hard to predict. Let's go with Desmond. I think Desmond will be a killer. If I can spell his name right. Desmond Hall. I think I could see that. Second victim, I think we'll get I reckon Jet will be a victim. Jet Dawson. And I think he's going to get killed by Mark Brusky. That's just my guess. Chapter 3. Well, it goes there's going to be a double murder. I reckon Ulysses is going to get killed in this chapter. Ulysses. Wilhelm. I think usually it's always been 2 guys or 2 girls or 2 guys. So I think the first game was 2 guys, the second game was 2 girls, and then the third game was 2 girls in the trial. So I think it will be a girl and a boy. So I think it's going to be Ulysses, and I think Toshiko Kayura will get killed in this. And I think the murderer will be. I do think it will be a woman. This is gonna be alright. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be a crazy one. Deanna. Venecia. Anyway, the chapter 2 and 3 aren't out. Yep. Actually, I can put this together. I think I could see her being like a surprise killer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 already dead. All right. Now for the next one, all right. How about this? I think the final characters will be, I think Daemon. Daemon Natsu makes sense. It just makes sense, you know. It's main character. I think Winona. Actually, no. I think Winona will get killed. I'm going to call it. I think Kai Montgomery is going to stay alive. I think he'll go through a bit of a character arc. Cassidy, I think Cassidy will survive. Cassidy, Amber. That's 3. Wolfgang, I don't know. Wolfgang's gonna be an interesting one. He'll either survive and be like a big character, or he'll be the black end. Wolfgang. I think he will be a black end at some point, and I reckon it'll be the last trial. And I think he will kill Eva Tsunaka. Actually, maybe that's a bit. Victim. Jean Del Lama. I can see him being a victim. This is gonna be a crazy one. Eloise Tolner. That's what. All right. Let me just fill this out. So that leaves. So that does leave Winona. And that leaves Ingrid. Ingrid Madison. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. This is my first just out there predictions. I think I'll switch it up. And I think when the game goes past, I'll do like this is my first one. Alright, this is actually kind of fun. I do kind of need a pee though. I'm gonna go quickly pee, guys. I'll be back, and then we'll explain my reasoning, and then I might switch it up a bit as well. Alright, be back. Alright. It's getting cold out there, man. hoodie. Good morning and good night. Wake up the twilight. It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. Alright. Well, bam. We're back. Okay. So, this is my reasoning. So, Grace, I think people are gonna get a bit ticked off, right? And I can see Grace having a bit of like a crazy motive. And I think the killer and the Blacken are going to be somehow connected in a way through the motive, because that's how it always is, some way in some way or the other. So I think there's going to be some dirt on Grace that there'll be some dirt on Desmond that Grace has. Grace goes to Desmond like, what the hell, mate? What's this going on here? Maybe it connects Grace in some way. So because of that, there's some shenanigans, and that's how it turns out. Or it could be flipped. Desmond could die, and then Grace could be the Blacken. I think that's more interesting, but I think this is probably more of easy prediction. Chapter 2, Jet Dawson, I think is a character who's going to die. He's 100% going to get killed. He's going to get murdered. He won't be a killer. I think he'll get murdered, and it being Mark will be very interesting because they already have a bit of a relationship, already starting up. They woke up together. Mark gets annoyed by Jet, and that's fair enough. I think there'll be a motive, and then somehow Mark will then think he needs to kill someone, and he picks Jet. And there's something to do with his uniform, I think, in this drag race. Like, he might get poisoned with some gas or something that gets into his suit. That's my guess. They have to use that suit for something. This is interesting. Now, Deanna, again, she could be a character that survives to the end, or she might have some crazy shit going on. I can see her getting murdered as well, but I think having a character like her be a killer, we haven't really had that. Like, someone who's a bit more, besides Kaede, I guess, from the third game, but I feel like they might do a repeat with that. And her doing a double murder, or maybe it's like Toshiko kills William, kind of like the first game situation, then she kills this person, or there might be some accident that happens. I don't know. It'd be interesting. So far we have boy, girl, boy is the killers. So that's a good even spread. This one is just a guess. I might switch this one. I think she will probably, most likely she'll get killed, but her fencing skills I think will come and use something as a murder thing. And someone like timid like her killing a big man like Jean just makes it really interesting. For it being in the fourth chapter, I can see this being something that might happen like a second chapter or even a third chapter thing. Because it's your more irrelevant characters you want to get killed out the way in the first few. You usually have some important characters get killed at the start, and then you have a bit of like 2, 3, and 4. You have some bit more of like not as important to the story kind of characters. And then you save your big character stuff for the fifth chapter. That's why I got Eva and Wolfgang. I feel like these two will develop some kind of relationship in a way where they're both like back and forth, like these two, and then I think like I will come in as like a bit of a mediator between them both. I feel like I can just see that happening. Like Eva will grow a bit of a backbone and then start opposing Wolfgang's leadership. And then there's going to be something big where there's like some kind of secret with Wolfgang that will be revealed, and then he will end up being a killer, or maybe the opposite way around. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. This being the final 5, I can definitely see me. I mean, I could be someone, you know what, it could be interesting. I become a killer. Right, like in the, kind of like a first game situation. Then I swap with a character, with it being either Eva as the protagonist or it being Wolfgang. That I could see. I think Wolfgang they'll save as a bit of an antagonist, but I can see my character being a bit of an antagonist as well, and killing someone in the 5th, 4th, probably the first trial, killing in some kind of trial, but we don't figure that out. Like we generally just don't know. Because my character's been a bit of a dick, and I could see him getting some motive that will get him to kill, and then he could kill someone like I don't know, it could be anyone, and then I swap, and maybe Eva then becomes a protagonist. Because I feel like this game, they will want to have a female protagonist. I think the creators would want one, and I think having that as like the starting point, our character kills someone, gets found out, and then and then it being Eva that becomes a protagonist, then she has to kind of go against Wolfgang. I think that could be interesting. But that would be crazy. That'd be like an intense finisher. and I love they went some of that route. Ingrid, I think Ingrid will be someone that gets killed, but I just don't know who else would. I'm trying to think like a final five. Like you want like a good cast. Like you think first game we have Byakuya, we have Toko, Makoto, Kirigiri, Yasuhiro, and then Hina. That's a good final six. Byakuya makes sense. Of course, Makoto and Kirigiri. The other three could probably have died at some point. I think Toko, being the most insufferable character at the time, I think it makes sense even for her to survive because of the Genocide Jack persona. The second game, I think it's Maki. I think that's her name. Is it Maki? You have Maki, you have Hajime, you have Sonya, Koichi, Fuyuhiko. That's another good strong five as well. And then the third game you have Shuichi. I said Shuichi before when I meant to say Kokichi regarding villain characters. So you have Shuichi, you have Megumi, you have Kibo, that's three. Maki is the chick in the third game. I forgot. Akane, I think is in the second game. Girl with big boobs. Maki, and then the fifth one you have the lolly character who is the ultimate magician. I forgot her name. Redhead, witch's hat kind of thing. Being this is the final, I can see if I don't become a murderer or anything, I can see Damon being of course he's the protagonist. He will survive. I can see someone like Kai being there as well. I don't know why. Kai, don't know why. Cassie definitely will survive. These two, I don't know, I can definitely see these three surviving. 100%. These two, I'm not sure. I don't know why I can see Kai surviving. He runs like a Yasuhiro kind of character, or like a Kokichi, someone who's a bit like a, not Kokichi, yeah, Kokichi, Kazuichi. Man, I don't know, bro. Like a whoever the name of the character is from the ultimate mechanic from the second game, like that kind of character, someone who's a bit like a bit of a piece of like a somehow survives in the end, being a bit of a scaredy cat, you know. That's how I victim it. I don't want to switch anything around. I can't. Oh, this is the one I probably am the most iffy on. What do? I might get her here. I might put you down here. And then I reckon I'll put Winona. No, I think I can see Winona surviving. Even though I don't think she will, I can definitely see her as a character. Only something like that. I don't know why. I feel like the little girl who's big on love and stuff, her being a killer will be interesting. Anyway, this is my prediction. And you know what I might do actually? I think that's more realistic, but I like the outcome where Grace is the Black Arrow and then Desmond kills. I think Desmond will die, and I think he'll die pretty early. I know, I don't really get much from him. Same with Jet and Mark. I feel like these four, I'm pretty confident these four will be dead in the first two chapters in some way. Not all of them, but like at least 2 out of the 4 would be dead or killer or whatever. Anyway, I could be completely wrong. Ulysses will definitely get killed. Definitely Ingrid will get killed. Jet will definitely get killed. I know that. So Jet will get killed. Ulysses will get killed. Ingrid will get killed. I think Jean will get killed. I don't know about this. It's just like this is a crazy finale. But I can see like Damon versus Wolfgang in the final debate over who killed Eva, and then maybe it's a thing where it's like the one who got really on the chopping block is me and him. Like whether two that like could only been us two, and then it's like this whole crazy trial having to go like she goes back and forth between thinking it could be both and then trying to solve it. I will save actually. I don't know where to save it though. Predator Eden's Eden Garden character death prediction, and I'll just put it in my. I just don't know what there. I don't know. Just put it in my stream. All right, here we go. I think someone will be dead. Is it gonna be Desmond, or is it gonna be Grace? I think it could be one of those two. I just have that feeling.
Good morning, my amicable student friends. It is now 8 a.m. Yes, I would like to raise a toast Such a shame we couldn't get a film crew on board. Execs wouldn't know a good commercial opportunity if it walked up and bit them on the arse. Well, enough about that. It's 8 a.m. Please enjoy the rest of your day.
Gross. How long have we been here for now? A week? 2 weeks? It's been 4 days. Are you serious? Oh, fuck me. Yeah, usually it's after the third night, man. It's something happens, so I think someone will be dead. I mean, that's still a long time, isn't it? Why haven't we been rescued then? You make a good point. After 3 days of no contact from us, people must be starting to panic. Not to mention, this blackmail stuff is starting to give me a headache. I wonder if I should talk to Cassidy and reveal blackmail. Nah, I should already. She didn't care. I just want to know her secret. All those followers, yet the worst anyone can cook up is a random joke about spiders? So that's what it is. You're scared about your blackmail. No, that stuff's already been figured out anyway. Figured out. I'm just tired of everyone always twisting the truth about me. Like, did you know people think I hate wearing hats? Why the heck would I hate wearing hats? At this point, I'm starting to wonder if this blackmail stuff is relevant. What's embarrassing to one person could barely faze another. We already saw it happen with Toshiko. Still, what I have in mind for Kai was a lot worse than petty lies. More importantly, if it's true his blackmail has been sorted out, does that mean the person who receives his blackmail approached him about it? Just like Wolfgang asked everyone to do. Who the heck is that?
Holy!
Oh crap, is that a murderer coming to kill us? The door's unlocked. If they came to kill us, they'll just enter by now.
No!
What are you trying to act all stoked for? If you're so brave, then open the door. Fine. Went to the door and opened it. Right on the other side. Good morning. You two had a good sleep. Ingrid, what are you doing here? Why do you think I'm here? It's laundry day. Laundry day. That's right, I agreed to help her to do laundry. Damn it, why the hell did I do that? Laundry day? Back at the pharmacy, I told everyone to leave their laundry outside their rooms. Seems I don't remember because I'm not seeing a pile of clothes anywhere. No, I remember. I'm just starting to dump my laundry outside. Let me go grab it. In the meantime, if Damon you're looking for, feel free to take him. I won't complain. Just like that, he wanted nothing to do with me. Don't try and wheeze your way out of this. You're coming along too. Oh, why me? Because you're so clean looking, like Damon over there. Oh, that's super nice of you to say, but like, there'll be a wet mop. It won't even take long. Now come on, pick up your laundry and let's go. After the fight, our exhaustion, Kai and I collected the remaining clothes and followed Ingrid to the laundromat. Only for us inside were the last two people I expected to see. Grace? Yep, I knew it. So these were the guys you wanted, eh? Lame. I didn't even want to come. Ingrid forced me to. I'm serious, I wouldn't leave my room, so she broke down my door and dragged me here. Nonsense, I just knocked. Ingrid's right, she didn't drag out anybody. Okay, maybe I was exaggerating a little, but it's true that I don't want to be here. I could already guess, Soybean. I thought I was Soybean. You were, then I revoked your title. At least it's matched your name then.
By the way,
As you can see, Ingrid, I managed to keep things in order.
Look at that.
Sweetheart, I'm amazed. I knew I could trust you, but to actually see Grace stay put... If I had a gold star, I'd stick it right on your forehead. That'd be unnecessary. Why are you guys here? To help out. You like doing laundry? I don't. Ingrid asked us to assist her for some reason. What are you saying? It's easy to see why. Even though you're a lawyer, there's so much about you that screams house husband. Probably because you're so soft-spoken, polite too. If there's anyone the youngins should look up to, it's a gentleman. You give me too much credit. I can barely even cook, much less tackle the responsibilities of a parent. You can finish a law degree, but you can't cook. I was too busy studying to do much else. He was probably a kid when he attended law school, so it sort of makes sense. Good dad or not, one thing remains the same. You're here now, and you're gonna help me do laundry. I get it. You want us to start. In Ingrid's directions, we load everyone's laundry into the washing machines. You get a picture? Yes. Grace likes Wolfgang.
If the health inspector finds out
tonight I'll be swimming with the fishes.
It's so early in the morning. How is she prancing around like that?
Beats me.
Hey! Don't pour the entire bottle of detergent in!
You weren't supposed to?
You didn't know that? How do you clean your own suit?
His parents probably do it for him.
I didn't even think of that. You're totally right.
Alright, it looks like that was the last batch. I think we're all done here. Phew, that was way too much work. Just be grateful. Just be grateful there were other adults to help you. This is the first time in ages I've been able to share the workload. The first time in ages. If we finish here, then I'm going to get breakfast. Yeah, I think I'll do the same. You want to come? May as well, since the dining hall is pretty close by. Shouldn't you watch the laundry? We can leave the clothes to dry. I doubt anyone's gonna steal them. I suppose so. Let's be done. Kai and I left the laundromat. Okay, if I'm seeing a little bit of a relationship come between Grace and Wolfgang, maybe I might change my prediction to her dying first. Because I can see her maybe surviving a bit longer if she's getting some development in some way. And it's hard to say, like, it is generally... it's not predictable, these games. Look. I can't wait. The sugar kept in the kitchen has to be tastiest stuff ever. And it makes me feel like a brand new person. The way his eyes sparkled to think we were going on a holiday or to a theme park. Anything but breakfast in a shitty old building. In a way, I almost envied him. Eating your feelings, unable to determine the bigger picture. Inside the confines of this killing game, that simple life sounded great. Alright, let's go get some fucking breakfast, eh? Let's go. Huh? Whoa. Huh? Were you here the whole time? No, I was leaving my room when I spotted you two, so I came over. I want to talk to Damon.
You see?
Huh? This might be sudden, but I really need to show you something. We've barely talked since the incident in the pharmacy, if at all, and now she suddenly wants to share information. I promise this will be worth your time. Come on, can you just come with me? She wants to tell me so badly. Could you have my blackmail? It'd be really unlucky. Alright, but we should find somewhere private to talk. Okay, follow me.
No!
Huh? Dude, you can't just leave me. And follow the ultimate lie to some random dark area during a killing game? That's Death Wish right there.
Wait.
Oh wait, I forgot. Oh, I forgot she isn't. Never mind, you two have fun. A freaking mathlete? Laughing to herself, Kai strolled past us and into the dining hall.
Moving on.
Let's go to one of those downstairs storage rooms. No one ever goes there. All right. We walked to our destination in total silence. Once we entered the room, Eva took a quick glance outside. Finally, we're alone. This is what I wanted to show you. She pulled out a familiar envelope and handed it to me. I quickly opened it. With his weapons at hand, Desmond guards the only one he trusts. Oh, okay. With his weapons at hand, Desmond guards the only one he trusts. Until we picture something. Huh? This blackmail wasn't mine. Eva, why are you showing me this to me? Because I'm worried. Duh. It was just one word, but it sounded so weird coming from her. This blackmail shows that Desmond had a bunch of dangerous weapons at his disposal. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm right. Desmond being a victim or a killer in the first. I can just see that. It's all over, bro. Him being the first victim. I can just feel it, dude. I don't know why. Then they show that Desmond had a bunch of dangerous weapons. That kind of stuff would give someone a huge advantage in a killing game. It would stand to reason. Also, this blackmail isn't a personal secret, so telling him about it wouldn't give him any relief. If anything, telling him could put me in danger. That's true, I guess. But why are you telling me this? It's not like I can do anything to help. It's because I trust just you. Huh?
Where?
You took my side way back at the beginning, remember? We're the only people who refuse to listen to that lawyer. And you helped solve the mystery behind that whole case. No one thanked you, though. I'm really sorry about how things turned out. The other students wouldn't have treated you unfairly if it wasn't for me. If it means anything, I never thought to blame you for that. Since you showed me your blackmail, I should probably return the favor. I got Wolfgang's.
Yeah.
Really? It's kind of cryptic here. I have it on me. Pulled the envelope out of my pocket and handed it to Eva, who quickly opened it. It's a photo of his parents. The quote on the back. What do you make of it?
Interesting.
This confirms it. I was right. Right about what? Wolfgang being suspicious, duh. Again with it
What
does?
could it be?
Look at how this message is written. It's obviously implying his dad did something bad. Yeah. If Wolfgang takes off his dad, there must be a reason for that, right? Yeah, but how are we supposed to discern what that reason is? It's possible Wolfgang picked up on his dad's bad habits, and that's what the blackmail is referring to. But we have no idea what his dad is like, do we? How annoying. If only people were smart enough to listen to me, then they wouldn't be stuck under such a suspicious guy's thumb. That's the thing, though. The reason they didn't listen was because she called herself the ultimate liar. Calling herself that only made people distrust her. At the point, I knew I had to finally speak my mind. Why did you do it? Huh? The ultimate liar thing, and implying to us about the watchers to hide it. You knew you were in a dangerous situation. Why would you draw so much negative attention to yourself like that? Don't you realize how much danger this has put you in? You know, you could have you could have run away this time. Oh my god. You know, you can't run away this time. Give me an answer. She hesitated for a moment and finally looked up at me.
I felt powerless.
Powerless. Even before we knew we were in a killing game, my hands were already tied. I've been kidnapped and abandoned somewhere. All these different things were happening at once, and I didn't know what to do.
Not fair.
Being the ultimate mathlete in that kind of situation would just make me look weak, just like it always has. If I wasn't smart about what I did, I'd
But
never
most of all-
make it. So I lied about my title. I gave myself a talent that people would find intimidating. The ultimate lie popped into my mind. It's a name I've always really connected with. So that's who I became. She pretended to be the ultimate liar in order to feel more confident. For a while it actually worked. I managed to compose myself during the investigation and the mock trial. Even after Toza announced the killing game, I still had it in me to argue with Wolfgang. It finally felt like I wasn't going to be the one who people walked over. But all fell apart when my true
That's
talent
how it
was
ended up
revealed.
this way.
There were so many questions running through my mind. Her talent didn't sound as impressive compared to others, but did it really justify taking such extreme measures? Did she really not see the harm in lying like that? I had no idea myself. No idea if she acted in self-defense or implying she felt superior. It all seemed so destructive. Everything about it, including the supposed solution, it was so self-destructive. Can Ultimate hate their own
Listen
talent
to
that
me.
much? Hey, don't tell anyone about this, okay? If Wolfgang or Winona finds out, they're never going to leave me alone. Your secret is safe with me. From now on, though, we need to trust each other, because otherwise, we're alone
Thanks.
in this. I still don't fully trust her, though. Okay. This girl was pretty confused and clearly not conscious of her own safety, but she still trusted me. That much was clear when she showed me Desmond's blackmail. If this means we're allies now, I think I'm fine with that.
Well,
Should we go now? Hang on. There's still one more thing I want to ask.
Yeah.
What is it? Did you make any headway on that poster in the pharmacy? The poster with Tozo on it. Yeah, the poster with Tozo. Yeah. Have you figured out
no.
what it means? Well, not really. What? Seriously? Sorry. Too much stuff has happened since then, and I forgot. That's okay. After having your true talent exposed, I can understand why your mind was on other things.
Anyway.
In any case, when we have the time, we should take another look at it. Agreed? Agreed. Great. You went silent for a moment, twiddling a strand of hair between her fingers. Then she did something I'd never seen her do before. She smiled. Interesting. Our conversation having run its course, Eve and I began our trek back to the dining hall. Today might have opened with a bang, but it seemed that thunder clouds were already starting to part. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unbeknownst to me, an even greater storm was still on the horizon. It's on the dining hall, chaos had erupted. Okay, first of all, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Dumbass!
Hand it over! Chris was scaring Eloise, who stood cowering in the corner. I said hand it over. Grace, please! You don't even know if she actually has it. I already ruled out the rest of you. Don't try to stop me. What do you know? What? You know whose blackmail we have? Not everyone's, but most people's. Jet has Toshiko's. Mark has Ingrid's.
Fail.
That doesn't sound like most people. Oh, you're so chill. It's just revealed who you are, who you have. It's not like there's anything to hide. Ingrid's blackmail is that she uses some out of her date cleaning supplies. Hardly relevant. Hardly a revelation if you ask me. Blackmail this, blackmail that. What does it matter when people aren't fighting? That fancy girl has been giving me the side eye ever since the blackmail was announced. There's no other explanation.
Whoa.
Give it. Hey, stop that. It's okay, I've got it. Liz reached inside her pocket and pulled out a crumpled envelope. Grace merely snatched it out of her hand and ripped it open. I was right, this is mine. You better not have shown this to anyone. Grace stomped straight into the kitchen. She tore the envelope and the photo it contained to shreds, and then flushed everything down the sink. Eva, Damon, why were you too late? Is this an interrogation? We need to keep track of everyone to make sure they're not in any danger. Besides, you shouldn't be slinking off to strange corners of the building, especially with all the suspicion you've already under. We're just discussing the blackmail motive in private. That is what you told everyone to do, right? Ah, yes, I did. Then there should be no problems. Pleased by Wolfgang's look of defeat, I redirected myself to the pantry. Swayed up what's eat, ignoring the golf girl still heaving over the sink nearby. Bang. The engine door flung open, and an energetic voice broke the silence. Hey guys! Suddenly Cassie's shoulder was a bright red carry bag. Following right behind her with a carry bag of his own. Yo!
What you doing?
What's the matter? You look super down in the dumps. Just forget about it. If you say so. Cassie walks over to the dining table and plopped the bag on top of it. Well, what's with the bag? Nothing much, just, you know. She rummaged around in the bag and pulled out a cartridge. Printed on the cover in a large bolded letters. Oh, Sublime Slam Sisters Extreme? What's that? Oh, the best fighting game to ever grace our mortal fingertips. People didn't think much of it upon release. The developers even went bankrupt because of the low sales, but it's known nowadays as a cult classic, and a physical copy can sell for thousands. Some work for art aren't appreciated in their time, you know? But guys and I aren't ready to repeat the sins of the past. Find the crystal skull of the video games warrants a party, and what better way to party? Let's hold a Slam Sister tournament right now. You mean inside the dining hall? Don't worry about the technical stuff. We haven't already stuffed into the duffel bag. Mark's gonna help us out. Set up. Well, whatever. There's going to be a SSSE tournament?
Take note of this.
When did you manage to find the video games? I don't remember cataloging anything like it.
Dream, idea.
Oh, it was inside of my dorm. There's actually a lot of low-budget, low-profile games in there. This is the only multiplayer game, though. By the way, we're gonna need an even number of people attending the thing, so you gotta bring a powder if you want to join.
Good to know.
A game tournament, eh? Don't see much issue with it. We could do with a little levity. When is it happening, though? Tomorrow. Okay, what time? That we haven't figured out. We want to be flexible. The more people, the better. Any time is fine with me. Same. I've never heard of this game before, but since you're saying it's good, what about in the morning?
You see.
When I was training my talent, I did almost all my study at 9 a.m. The brain is most active and ready to absorb information around that time. I think this effect could help our video game skills. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. tourney, eh? Wouldn't be the first time. Screw it, let's do it. 9 a.m. 1 hour after the morning announcement. Was Eva seriously interested in the tournament? Hey, can I say something? Isn't it a little too much to be playing games in a situation like this? Shouldn't we be trying to escape? We tried early, didn't we? There's no escape anywhere. Not even in the pharmacy. Think of it as a bonding event, Miss Tollender. When the killing game, creating new memories with our classmates is the most productive thing we can do. After all, if we don't trust each other, we will fall into chaos. I see. Still, I'm not very comfortable with it. Admittedly, I'm also a little hesitant about attending. I'm not sure if I will have the time for it. Seeing as new bunk buddy, it made sense why. Same, I'm going to be a little busy tomorrow. However, don't let my absence be a distraction. Enjoy your time together with all your heart. We will face the evils of the killing game together. Right, everyone, let's do our best. Agreed. Looks like you managed to spin our little game into something meaningful. Interesting. Invigorated by Wolfgang's words, the room descended into chatter about the tournament. With everyone preoccupied, I finally prepared breakfast and returned to my dorm. Got some free time? Alright, I thought there was going to be a killing today. I think we'll play until there's a killing, so I need to see who dies. I'm kind of... Oh. I heard something. Turn my phone off silent, yes. Probably tries to call me. It's already sick. Actually, I need to feed the animals soon, so I might do that now. Cassidy and Lucky, sure, but taking it easy. Organised an entire game tournament expecting it to be a bonding exercise, totally unaware that just a little earlier we were fighting over who had the bot blackmail. It'd be funny if it weren't so frustrating. For the rest of the day, I'd steer clear of the subject and avoid any party goers. Who else was attending the tournament again? Alright, free time! Who should I talk to? Should I talk to the same person? Should I talk to someone different? Let me say I'll talk to the same person. I think it really was only because of abilities, but I don't know if I get abilities in this. At least... no. Alright guys, I will be back. I'm just going to feed the animals. So it'll probably be about 10 minutes. Alright. We're back. So we don't have much. Don't have any money still, so I need to make sure I use these gifts to the right people. Okay. Who do I want to talk to? I might talk to someone different. I could talk to Winona again. Winona's pretty interesting. Should I talk to Wolfgang? Yeah, let's talk to. Actually, I need to go back to the map. Let's talk to Wolfgang. Where is he? Or I could talk to. No, I guess I still can't talk to Madison. I'll give it a shot. Let's try and talk to Madison again, because I do want to talk to Madison. Like I said, I don't really think her or Desmond are gonna die. I don't really give a fuck about Desmond, so the same thing. That's piss. I don't think about stepping inside. Fuck's sake, why does it not let me talk to Dad? I don't really want to talk to you. Let's talk to Winona. I like Winona. Winona's probably, I think Winona's very interesting. She had a good side. A game tournament, huh? Whatever satiates the people here, I suppose. Seems she's indifferent to the whole thing. I think the tournament's pretty stupid.
Really?
Is that so?
It's
Yeah.
simple.
The longer we keep pretending we're all friends, the more people will lower their guard around each other. What if someone decides to take advantage of that? The possibility is certainly there. If only you could strike a balance, something that distracts people from the killing game, but doesn't encourage blind trust. Oh well, you can't have everything, right? I just told her, would you like to give her a present? Yeah!
Love it.
I'm generally impressed. I've always wanted something like this. It's a shame more people can't have your level of taste. When I loved your present. You know, I'm actually the youngest person to ever appear on the cover of Rich People Digest. They gave me a 5-hour interview. They didn't even give the CEO of Stella Dola that kind of treatment. Of course, he's nothing but a caffeine peddler. My company actually contributes something to society. I still don't get it. She's the CEO of a company which owns 90% of the country's farmland, and yet I've never heard her name until now. What do you usually have for breakfast?
Come again.
That's a random question. You don't know? Of course I do. It's wheat flakes. Wheat flakes, huh. Not my personal go-to, but it's a popular cereal. I would know the wheat used to make it. It's so produced by my company's farms. I would know the wheat used to make it. The wheat used to make it is produced by my company's farms.
Well,
Huh? What do you usually have for lunch?
seriously?
Hold on. What? You don't know what your favorite lunch is either? No, it's fine. Not everyone has a personality. Maple roasted squash.
Wow.
That's what you normally have for lunch? Yes. Are you going to say your company's the main
What
producer
can
of
I
squash
say?
too? You took the words right out of my mouth. Seriously? Almost every piece of food you've eaten in the last 4 years was produced by my company. In other words, you can thank me for the food on your plate. I definitely don't remember that being mentioned on the packaging. If what you're telling me is true, how come I don't know your company's name? For all intents and purposes, it should be public knowledge. It is public knowledge. We just don't draw unnecessary attention to it. Consumers resent businesses who are too in their face. A successful business will quietly integrate itself into people's lives and become an unseen part of their daily cycle. Take yourself as an example. Even though you didn't know it, you've been supporting my company for years.
Keep me down.
Besides, there's enough pride to be felt in simply knowing any hard work is feeding the nation. I mean, my hard work is feeding the nation. She says that like she didn't even gloat over a stupid digest. Unfortunately, some people choose to villainize my business anyways. They say we profitize food, which makes us just a mercantilist as coastal
What a
nations.
joke.
I didn't know feeding the country through sustainable farming was such a cynical act. The addition at the end was extremely random. What the heck did I do to spur it on her? Did she feel like she had a point to prove? Nice. So how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Winona 1, 3. So I just need to do 3 more events with her, and then we'll be fully loved. Now I'll switch it up a bit though, but she'll be my go-to. Map. Okay, Desmond. Run again. Grace is still in her room. Turn left. What should I do? Free time start. Alright. We'll talk to Wolfgang. Not new Dalama. Hey buddy.
Hello.
Hello Damon. No Eva, I
Seriously.
see. I'm not glued to her hips. Of course. Was that sarcasm? Is this guy worth continuing conversation with? I think I have somebody he likes. Considering the topic of conversation, walking away would just look suspicious. And right now, I'm not in the mood for another scolding. Kind of stood next to each other in awkward silence. Just stood there. Maybe I should have walked away. Would you like to give Wolfgang a present? Hell no. Yes. What would Wolfgang like? Does not like that. Oh shit. Oh thank god. I was like to say, did I fuck up?
Very
Did I have
nice.
something that I'd like? Goodness, this goes above and beyond my expectations. Did you sneak a glance at my wish list? Joking, of course. Wolfgang likes your present. David, I have a question for you.
Let's
What is
see.
it? I'm curious to know how each ultimate earned their talent. Perhaps there's an underlying thread between all of us. This is how you spend your free time. Well, I don't have any better ideas, do you?
In any
About what I
case,
expected. So, what is the origin story of your ultimate debater? There's a debate club at high school I joined when I was a freshman, and the rest is history.
interesting indeed.
Why am I hiccups? Fascinating. Truly fascinating. I couldn't imagine a more ordinary backstory for an ultimate. Is he
That's
making
not
fun of
it.
me? Don't underestimate the process. It wasn't easy. I don't enter my first comp on a bona fide professional. There was a lot I had to learn. I never said you didn't struggle. Most ultimates just have very orthodox beginnings. Does it include you too? Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Then he was making fun of me. I've always been drawn to Law and Order ever since I was a child. Courtroom footage fascinated me. The cases I heard through word of mouth even more so. It felt like witnessing or listening to some grand story. Who gossiped with a little kid about
Nice.
court cases. And in every trial, few commanded the courtroom like the barrister. Well, second only to the judge. Even then, the judge was merely a minor character, pitching in only when absolutely necessary. That minor character is also the one
By the
delivering the final
way-
verdict. Naturally, I dreamed of becoming a defense lawyer. But even at my young age, I knew the road ahead was no walk in the park. As in the case of all competitive fields of study. You say that, but considering your age now, it must not have been very rocky either. True, my time at school felt very short-lived. What with the being transferred to a higher year level and all. I didn't even hit puberty until my first year in law school, though I was a late bloomer. So he finally admitted it. He did start college as a teenager. It wasn't a surprise. His report card basically confirmed it. But damn, it didn't piss. But damn, if it didn't piss me off. So how'd it go? Being the youngest student, I mean. Not bad. Everyone treated me very nicely. I might have ruined some people's self-esteem, though. No kidding. I've certainly been dealt a good hand in life, haven't I? Early exposure, unparalleled academic prowess, and most importantly, a vested interest in the subject. If his fate decided, I would become the ultimate lawyer. You don't really believe that, do you? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. My track record speaks for itself, either way.
Very well.
That being 200 successful cases.
That's
Hot? 200? Before becoming a lawyer, I did spend 1 year as a legal assistant. Maybe that's what gave me the edge. Or maybe I simply entered the field as a bona fide professional. I wonder which it is. It was obviously playing coy, but that's not what annoyed me the most. What really annoyed me was how impressed I felt. My ultimate talent outshone most others. I knew that for sure, but could it compare to his? Interesting. Bro, he thinks he outshines everyone just by being a debater, dude. Page 2 Wolfgang's report card has been updated. Alright. The hours came and went until eventually sent off for Kai's dorm as had been routine. Little I know, a certain someone was waiting for me in the hallway. Eva?
Oh.
Oh, Damon! No one turned the corner. The pink-haired girl bounded over to me. Hiya. Do you need something? How should I put this?
Huh?
How are you? Huh? Sorry. I realize everyone's been acting tense around you and Eva, so I wanted to say hi and check that
I see.
you're okay.
No
I'm
worries.
fine. Yeah, that's good. But one thing. Yeah. Eva seems pretty down in the dumps lately, and I feel really bad. Has she told you anything? Because you two seem close, and she hasn't opened up to me yet. I was hoping to get a better read on her feelings, you know? It's a bit awkward seeing her so solemn and not being able to say anything. No, she hasn't mentioned anything. Oh, okay. Well, in any case, if you ever need someone to talk to, just come find me, alright? Haha, sweet dreams. Diana returned to the room she and Eva were sharing. Is she really that concerned for my feelings? While I wouldn't put it past her, a part of me had to wonder. Could it be possible she was trying to pry information out of me?
It is now. Nighttime is officially upon us. Or don't. I'm not your parent. Just remember, tonight could be the night which changes your life forever. Whether that's for better or
It's been this is the 4th night, so I think it will be. Wait, is it?
good night.
Try. No, it's the 3rd night. Wait, hold on. The trial slept. No, this is the 3rd night. Yeah. So my thoughts. I walked the rest of the way to Kai's room. Frickin' Kai Montgomery, man. Damon, hey, are you excited for the
That's not
tournament tomorrow?
important.
Not really. I'm planning just skipping it entirely. I never play those type of games anyway. Seriously? Never? You're so boring. It's not like it was my
What if-
choice. Well, since you've never played a fighting game before, that's all the more reason to try now, right?
Damon.
Come on, you gotta come to the tournament. He's been oddly persistent about this. Fine, I'll go. But in return, I get to share the bed. The bed? Ouch, you drive a hard
Whatever.
bargain. Alright, deal. Just don't do anything weird, okay? Wouldn't dream of it. This meant no longer sleeping on the sofa, then I could handle whatever tomorrow had in store. Kai, though, his excitement almost made me feel bad. After all, no matter how many parties you throw, or how many people you try to befriend, it won't bring you any closer to escaping the killing game. If anything, it's a perfect opportunity for a would-be murderer to earn people's trust. This game tournament wasn't a bonding experience, it was the illusion of one, and the other students had fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Alright, I think someone has to die tonight. Because this is the third night, so...
I had a peculiar dream last night. There I was, in physics class, trying to create a thermometer out of a banana and a stick. When suddenly, I had an epiphany. What if this device we created was also a compass? The professor told me I performed the same experiment last week. I got no credit for the assignment and failed the class. But you know what? I realized a lot of things about bananas and sticks that day. Like how if you use this stick as a fuse, you can make a makeshift explosive. Needless to say, my logical fallacies were made apparent the moment I woke up. But that won't stop me. I will create my Swiss Army banana someday, and it will be all the rage.
Hey, Damon. Wake up. Oh. Guys lean over the bed, jostling my shoulders. It's 8:30 a.m. We slept through the morning. We slept through the morning announcement. Apparently pointing to the clock in the room. Although my vision was still blurry from sleep, I could make out the time. 8:30. And today's the day of the game tournament, you realize. We need to get there before it starts. Right, the game tournament I agreed to go with him, didn't I? When does the tournament start again? 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. Guy scurried out of the bed and over to a nearby clothing rack. He tossed the jumper he was currently wearing onto the floor and yanked an identical looking jumper off the rack. Hey, come on and get up already! Normally, I'd tell him to go away, but... Alright, fine. A deal was a deal. With an impatient looking Kai in my peripheral, I began to slowly get up. Can he move any faster? I'll just wait for you in the dining hall. I'm already done getting changed anyway. Plus, watching you is starting to feel weird. The hell is that supposed to mean? Okay, I think I look presentable. It's not like people who attended game tournaments are the type to care about their appearance, but whatever. I need to find Kai. He should be hanging around the dining hall. Alright. Someone has to be dead. Surely. Grace in here. I just want to talk to Grace, dude. She's been sus, bro. I do think she's gonna die. Oh, there you go. What's up? Unless she was in her usual sour mood, I'm not going to bother her. Okay. That was already left. I need. Oh fuck. Run 1. That's the courtyard. Here we go. Dining hall.
Morning to ya.
Bargain bin, right on time. You almost finished setting up. The original furniture had been stacked and pushed to the walls, making room for a totally unexpected scene. Sofas arranged around a massive TV and an impressive-looking DJ pad flashing colourful patterns. And loudspeakers almost everywhere I looked. When Jet mentioned equipment, I imagined a handheld console, something tiny that could be one from the Gachapon. Anything but this. Impressive, aren't you? Impressive, aren't you? Where did you find this stuff? Where'd you think? Mark's Bro Cave. His dorm?
It's nothing.
Yeah. The hell? Did that also include the TV? If you think that's cool, you should check out my room. It's got a whole arcade machine. Phew. What an arcade machine to a race car bed. And yet, perhaps even more curious than the equipment was her.
Hi.
Here for breakfast, Eva?
Huh?
We already had it.
Yep.
We? Obviously, us tournament hosts. Even helped the guy and I set everything up for her.
For her contribution, she has been bestowed the title of honorary host. It looked like they needed an extra pair of hands. She was interested in the tournament after all. Wait, what's that in your hand? This? I won it from the catch bar in the pharmacy a couple days ago. It's some niche gaming console, I think. There are other consoles beside the one Cassie has? Sure are. I poked Tozu about it before using the gachapon. Didn't want to gamble for something which doesn't exist. After a few days, he got fed up and confirmed that multiple consoles were up for grabs. Since I was planning to take part of the tournament, I just took it with me. Playing a game of my own is more my style. So you're not participating. Why come to the tournament then? Well, it's not easy to find other fans of Sublime Slam Sisters. Even though it has been considered a cult classic, lots of people in the gaming sphere will judge you if you say you like it. Culturians, the lot of them. They just don't want to admit the quadruple roll kick attack originated from an indie title. Yeah, and the upper kangaroo punch. And the downward spiral attack. And the slicker special attack. And the 7-time jump wallop. And the jackal maneuver roll. Huh? Oh, that reminds me. Bargain bin, since you're here, let me explain the rules of the tournament. I never said I'm going to play. Then why did Kai write your name on the whiteboard? Huh? Just put in the whiteboard a little ways off where we were standing. What the? A three-way bracket system had been drawn on the whiteboard with a marker. My eyes mainly darted to the leftmost bracket where I had been slated to compete against Kyle. Sorry. Kai said you had to bring a partner, so... Damn it, so why he was begging for me to attend? Why can't I just be a spectator? Well, Cassidy and Jed had already matched, and Gene said he was gonna attend, so I don't want to play against him first. This freaking guy. Don't look at me like that. If you pulled out now, bad privileges are over. Oh, part of the agreement. Well, consider this as an amendment. My rule, my rules. Knowing what's at stake, I'd better not to argue with the technicalities with him. Fine, I'll play. Alright, this will be awesome. Since you've never played a fighting game before, I can show you the ropes. Just give me a sec and set things up. Whoa, you just used housing to coerce you into an unfavorable position. I wonder if Kai leases out apartments as a side hustle. Kai said something yesterday about not recognizing Cassidy's game, so it will probably take him a while to set it up. What should I do while I wait? Talk to everyone? If he was staring intensely at the console in her hands, having fun there? Can't talk, must finish level. Hey.
Seriously?
I know you can hear me, Eva. Eva. Don't play obtuse. I can tell you're ignoring me. I am not. Following the suit, she immediately turned her attention back to the console. Jesus, go. As a solution, I not so gently tapped her hand, pulling her gaze upwards. What? Since when are you so passionate about video games? It's a secret talent of mine. A secret talent that you don't want to exploit it in a gaming competition. Unable to think of a comeback, Eva simply puffed up her cheeks and stared at me with a pout. If I partake in conversation, will you leave me alone? That's an eloquent way to get me to shut up. It's not that. Not what? Not that I want you to shut up. So you do want to have a conversation. That was easier than I expected. You can't count this as a win. This is simply a coincidence. A coincidence, huh? I just happen to have something important to tell you. Something really, really, really important. Huh? Yeah, it has the power to disrupt the world as we know it. Okay. Are you sure you can handle this knowledge? You don't need to give me the provable drum roll. Fine. I used to eat lunch in the bathrooms. Was this another way of her attempts as a joke? I mean, serious. Like in the stalls?
Super gross.
And my only object of competition, the only thing keeping me sane from these disgusting toilets, was a portable gaming device. I found it at a thrift store. It made my lunches better. You can say you like video games? You can say you like video games, Eva. I don't need a tragic backstory. That's embarrassing. More embarrassing than lying about being the ultimate liar more embarrassed than being the ultimate liar or eating lunch on the toilet?
Jeez.
Jeez, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know. It was kind of funny. I chuckled.
Seriously.
It's the
No, you
truth.
didn't. Telepathically, duh. Wouldn't chuckle out loud. What kind of powerless fool do you
Right.
think I am? Right, sorry. The way she was playing into the theatrics, it was sort of, in some bizarre way, endearing.
Thanks.
And you never know. Maybe I'll change my mind and play in the tournament later. Pains to say it, but smiling is a good look on her. Damn, dude. Find her a bit attractive, eh? Mark, what's up, bro? Obviously, know his equipment filling with the various controls. All this stuff is turned on, yeah? Shouldn't music be playing? The volume's turned down on purpose. I'm just making sure everything
Seriously.
works. How will you know it's working if you can't hear anything? Glared at me from under his beanie. Mark reached for a sound dial and rotated it. I'll keep the speakers on either side and begin playing music. Huh? When I was saying to himself, the boy returned to fiddling with the controls. Seems this conversation was over. Banger. Jet had wandered over to the stacked chairs. Fooling my quads are aching. Does shifty furniture count as a workout? Sort of, right? Guess he's just lost in thought. You look a little antsy. Afraid you're gonna lose? No, it's only a video game. Right. I get the vibe you're putting down. On the surface, aloof and uncaring, but secretly the thrill of the game courses through your veins. Anyway, I have a question for you. Oh, really? How did Eva know what time you were going to set up the tournament? Eva? She asked me about it after breakfast yesterday. I see. I'm surprised you're still involved. Is it really that surprising? Huh? Maybe she wants to help out because she no longer has to play pretend, you know? That or she just a big nerd. Play pretend. So the ultimate lie was itself a lie. Then the coldness which accompanied it, could Cassie be implying that was also a lie? So this kitchen really was made for us. There's some names on here that I hadn't paid attention to the first time. Jet's name was written down, but he hadn't been paired with anyone.
Over here.
David, over here! Kai waved me over to his spot in front of the TV, which now displayed a colourful level select screen. Come on, everything's set up! He handed me a second controller and patted the floor next to him.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use a controller? It's been a while since I've last touched one, but I'll get the hang of it. Surprisingly, I was getting the vibe you were like the bookish type that kind of refuses to even touch a screen. But hey, it's good you've used the controller before. That's better than nothing. Sure. What's with the glare? I'm not judging. He just showed me how to play. All right, the game. Okay, so after I started up, I played a few rounds to get a feel for the controls. Combos in this game are pretty complicated, which might not sound great. But the basic control mappings are actually really simple. Kai spent the next few minutes giving me a rundown of the game controls. I picked it up faster than I expected, but still rougher than I would have liked. Once he had done, we began our practice rounds, and we kept at them until the final tournament attendees arrived. Would you look at this? Early morning merrymaking, just how I like it. It's so loud in here. Can someone turn down the music? No dice! If those ears aren't ringing like a fire alarm, can you even call it a party? No, you call it tinnitus. Speaking of music, hey Mark, do you use a stage name or something? The songs are really catchy. I don't know if it's a vibe or what, but they remind me of this guy called... did I say something wrong? Oh, you also just reminded me. Before we start, Mark wants me to pass on a message to you guys. That being, this is what he said to me. As much as I don't want to be here, I've agreed to provide my service under the two conditions. One, I maintain full say over what music I play. Huh? And 2, no one can discuss my sounds or my musical abilities in any way, shape, or form. But I was just complimenting him. Yes, that includes compliments. Seriously? How does that make any sense? We can argue about this logic later. For now, let's go along with it.
Come on.
Who cares about all that? Let's quit the small talk and start already. I'm surprised she's playing. Eager and raring to go. That's what I'm talking about. Speak for yourself. I'm only here because that ship captain wouldn't leave me alone. That's odd. What I remember was the other way around.
Whatever.
Shut it. Jeez, 5 seconds in and we're already off to a wrong foot. Right, since Jane and Grace are together, Cassidy walked over to the whiteboard and scribbled Grace's name next to Jean's. Yeah, I matched with him. That's the reason I wanted an even number of people. That's the reason I want an even number of people. I keep fucking up the voices. Let me explain the ground rules. They're simple. Each match is gonna be the best out of 3. Take a look at this board to see who you're gonna be up against. We're up first, Damon. Remember what I taught you? May the best man win.
That's pretty cool.
Good luck, Damon.
Yep.
You feel it as well, don't you? A tightness in your chest which just wants to burst out. We're on the verge of a battle, a clash of glory, honor, and incessant bragging rights. Insistent bragging rights. It's a lot awaited, ultra exclusive Slam Sister tournament. Raw, the tournament began.
Bro, Kai, you're a natural.
Whoa, Damon, watch out!
I can't focus if you're yelling in my ear.
Now this feels like home.
Bit of a vibe, not gonna lie.
You play video games?
You play video games? No, Australian accent
Not
sucks.
so much me, but my men. Ha! During break, they'll flock like seagulls to my ship's arcade.
A personal arcade? On a ship? Man, I'm jealous.
Played over a mix of voices and music, my attention remained concentrated on the screen. If you can time this next attack right, whoosh, crap. Just when I thought I was advancing on Kai, it caught me in a trap. In tandem with my slip up, the music took on a more frantic tone. Damn it, there only one more which could save me now. Taking the breath, I steeled my grip on the controller and pushed both joysticks as hard as I could. Oh, power outage. Oh shit, alright. We're gonna get some killing. There's gonna be some killing, dude. Huh? All of a sudden, the world around me turned pitch black, just like the second game. What? Why is everything black? What's happening? Guys, can you hear me? Ouch, who stepped on my foot? The panic clamoured off the people around me, snapped me out of my stupor. Is this a... we're in a blackout? What? A blackout? Right now? Don't we usually just wait for the power to return? Or was there something else before that? Crap, my school had a whole protocol for this. If we knew what to do in a normal blackout, it wouldn't help here. Inside this abnormal building, where everything was sealed off, we were basically blind. Should we look for the others? No. And how are we gonna do that? I can't see 3 inches in front of me. Can't we just wait for someone to find us instead? Screw that. Somebody look for a torch already and... Hold on a sec. I got an idea. Huh? Before I could even register what he was said, a light appeared in front of me. Hovering there, casting a very faint glow. The hologram from the trinket. Me and the rest of us activated our own. All 8 trinkets activated, we could finally see each other. In the dark. Great idea, Gene. Right on, you're a lifesaver. A captain needs to keep a steady mind during inclement weather. It's great we have a light source and all, but why hasn't the power turned on? You'd think the goat guy would have done something by now. You'd think that. Let me check something. I ran over to the corner of the room and knelt beside the vent. Bringing my ear to the grates, I listened for a certain noise. The humming had stopped. Eva, quick, come here and take a listen. I'm here.
I hearing you right?
What do you need, Eva? Do you remember when I said I woke up on the underground floor? Dining hall people, you were in the building before. Tell us what's going on. Yeah, why didn't you mention this other girl? The hell? I never saw her. Not even saw her. Huh? You there too, bargain bin? Don't even. There's a floor below us. That's where I woke up.
Focus.
Eva was with me. The two of us woke up in a boiler room, which also happens to be on the other side of this vent. Near about a huge generator. If you press your ear up to this vent, like I just did, there's no way you wouldn't hear it. But for some reason, there's nothing. I see. The problem, if there's no sound, the generator must be turned off. Is that why a power outage happened? So it's kaput? So it's kaput? How are we gonna get power back on? Well, there's one thing we could try. Huh? Apart from the boiler room, the underground floor also has 4 storage closets. I remember one of them containing something that looked a lot like a generator. Oh, a spare generator in case the first one breaks. If we're somehow to turn it on, we might get power back on. Want to go down the dark? Should we just wait for Tozer to turn the power back on? No, I have a bad feeling about this. I think we should turn on the power as soon as possible instead of waiting for Tozer to do it. But what if we get lost in the dark? Let's just form a daisy chain with our arms. There's no way we'll lose each other over there, eh? Ooh, smart. Since David and Eva have been down there before, they can lead. Yeah, okay. 8 of us linked arms and formed the chain. Once everyone was ready, we made our way to the dining hall and out of the dining hall and down to the underground floor. The near pitch black darkness, the hallway looked so much larger and longer than I remembered. Exploring the place with light had been unnerving though, but this made all that seem like a walk in the park. It's so creepy down here. There's 4 rooms, right? Who was checking that again? Well, since it's a group of 8, we could explore in pairs. Pairs again? Okay, if that's really what we're doing. Kai showed me his glance. I knew then and there he would made his decision. Fine.
Yep.
Gee, Jed's gotta come with me. Huh? But then Broski won't have. We can go. He can go to Gene. Then the swashbuckler types love a good challenge, don't they? You know me well. How about it, Mark? Up for a little adventure? Just make it quick.
I see.
So I'm stuck with a math lead, am I? Maybe we find the generator. You can use your real talent for once. Let's check out the clothes on the right down there and get this over with. Repair works and math competitions have literally 0 overlap. Come on, Jet. Let's investigate the closet opposite theirs. Sure, sounds slick. Seems the closets at the back are covered. For the 2 in front, Mark and I will take the one on the left, and Kai, you can enter the one on the right. This place sucks, man. Why do we have to be fixing stuff? It looks like a murderous basement down here. Didn't seem like Kai had any intention of entering first. Whatever, open the door. Alright, let's search this place. Kai and I gave the closet a quick rundown. Something as large as a generator wouldn't stood out even in the dark, but we couldn't find anything of the sort. Man, unlucky. All that work for nothing. What's the plan now? Do we just, go back outside? I want to see what Grace and Eva are doing next door. Okay. As Kai shoveled behind me, I turned to grasp the handle of the door and pat, pat, pat. Huh? Something Freddy footsteps echoed from the hallway outside. Did someone just ran past the room? It sounded a lot like it. Did another group make a discovery? Why run past us though? Interesting. It didn't sit right with me. I need to see what's going on. There's no one here. Are the others searching the closets? They found something. I don't know why they'd run off without telling us. If it was one of them, we should have heard a door open. Yeah. Maybe we could peek inside one of the closets? Just make sure, you know? Hello, Damon? Hello, Damon? I couldn't focus on everything he was saying. My attention was concentrated entirely on that place. Those footsteps sound like they came from the boiler room. Hold on, I don't... Hey, what are you doing? His words were barely comprehensible. I couldn't hear anything, I couldn't even think. All my brain could register was the tightening in my chest. Suddenly my legs began moving forward. It's like my body was possessed under the control of something completely ambivalent to reason. Alright, here we go. This is where the body is my heart. My heart was pounding, puppeting my every move. It brought me to the door, told my hand to turn the knob. Here we go. Here we go. And then I was inside.
Dude, no!
Dude, you're seriously freaking me out. Actually, maybe it won't be Grace then. Maybe Desmond? This isn't okay, you know? Why did you come here? Come on, say something already. I couldn't take it. I couldn't make out everything in the dark. The boiler room seemed completely still and completely silent, just like it had been the previous time I was here. Except unlike last time, the silence wasn't the peaceful silence of a long abandoned place. I felt like the entire world was holding its breath. Damn, why can't you just say something? Why can't somebody why can't someone just fix this blackout? Here we go. The body's gonna be in here. All of a sudden, lights appeared. A single ray of light in the back of the room projected by a vent on the wall. It was so dim to completely snuff out the darkness, but it was still enough. Enough for me. Alright, who's it gonna be? Well, alright, I predicted Grace or Desmond. I think it might be Desmond. It could be Grace, but Grace was in the room with Eva. That might be interesting. If it's Grace, then Eva's like, Eva, you're the ultimate liar. And he's like, no, it was me, I didn't kill her. I wouldn't think Eva would be the killer. Alright. Let's go. Is it going to be Grace? Or is it going to be Desmond? To see what was lying at my feet. Oh shit, here we go. Wait. No! No way! Alright, I actually did not see that coming. Now, like I said, usually the more mysterious characters somehow end up getting killed, but I thought Wolfgang would have been someone... Oh, you know what, now that I think about it, that actually is a good call, to have him die first. Alright, cool. Well, I said he was gonna like die in the fucking... Alright, cool. Because I think there's a lot that you could have done with the Ultimate Lawyer. Okay, Nakire launched over the boiler room platform, completely still, completely silent. The Ultimate Lawyer, unmistakably dead. This is kind of crazy. Kai screams hang loud and clear in my ears. I could hear everything, all the fear and anxiety from the past 5 days, joined in a chorus of terror. Before I knew it, I was yelling too. No, I can't look at it! Arms were legs, there was no weight in them anymore. Only pins and needles pricking every inch of my skin. What do I do? What am I supposed to do? Oh, I guess you only need 2 people to discover a body.
Body has been discovered. All students must proceed to the boiler room on the underground floor immediately. Time will be allotted for all participants to investigate the murder. And afterwards, the real class trial will begin.
Shit, dude. Alright, dude. Alright. Akira, this is fucked my entire prediction out the window. Well, awesome. The real class trial. This can't be real. There's no way. There's no way. With Whale, Kaya booked it out of the room. I knew it was inevitable. I knew we were choosing this path when we started denying the reality of the killing game. But seeing Wolfgang display the way he was, his face contorted into a look of terror, it made everyone naively all the more worse. And what did this mean for his blackmail? Like father, like son, beneath a sheep's skin hides a wolfish mind. I'd never know what that blackmail meant. Maybe if I had just bit the bullet and confronted Wolfgang about it. Damon? You okay? I heard an announcement and... is that Wolfgang? The guy was right! The two attendees burst through the door, tailed by a stumbling Kai. I really didn't want to believe it. Why the heck would I lie? Are you 100% sure he's dead? I didn't see any wounds. Maybe he's still breathing. Oh no, he's very much dead.
Son of a bitch!
Dude, this is crazy, bro. I genuinely did not see that coming.
This has gotta be an accident, right?
Why do you ask?
Well, if the death wasn't intentional, it could be treated like manslaughter or something. And not need a trial. Intentional or not, the killer's hands are still dirty with blood, no? As far as I'm concerned, murder is murder, but in third degree, murder, manslaughter, or anything in between. Besides, if Wolfgang's death was indeed an accident, and the killer bore no ill intent, don't you find it rather strange they haven't come forward and confessed? Then tell us! Tell us who did this! Me tell you the killer? Where's the fun of the mystery you already know the answer to? I'll keep my lips sealed, thank you very much. So there's definitely a killer.
Moving on.
Oh, downstairs already. Aren't you a quick-footed bunch? Holy shit. The sea of whales filled a catastrophe of whales filled my ears, hailing the arrival of the remaining students. It was almost instantaneous how quickly the colour drained from everyone's faces. They had entered the room completely bright red, having clearly made a desperate sprint to the boiler room. But now they looked as lifeless as the man living in front of them. What happened here? Damon and me, we just found him like this. It's a sight to behold, I'm sure. Your beloved classmates, who was once so lively, now splayed dead in front of you. To think I didn't even have to lift a finger after the blackmail. What are the odds? How could you?
Me?
How could I? You took me, Eloise. You must remember this killing game between students. Unless the rules said otherwise, a student can only be murdered by another student. The undeniable truth is that one of you killed Wolfgang. One of you killed Wolfgang? That's right, a person we've been living with, who I've spoken to before. That person is in this room right now, staring at their own crime scene. So we're going to completely disregard the fact that you showed each of us another person's blackmail. I was simply pushing you all in the right direction. Do not take it personally. But what? But Wolfgang, he was so nice to everyone. Why would someone do this? Well, if it is my consolation, I have a gift prepared. A gift? Behold, the Tozer tablet. The second Tozer tablet, to be more precise. You're even naming the tablets after yourself? It's always been called this. You just didn't know it until now. Anyway, I trust you all remember how this tablet operates, right? If not, allow me to briefly run you through it again. This tablet contains a summary of the crime scene. Certain special details, like the victim's time of death, have been so thoughtfully provided for you. Go on, take a look. Victim is Wolfgang Akira, the ultimate lawyer. He was discovered in the boiler room on the underground floor. He is nearly in the water. He's nearly in the water, and his upper body is slumped over the concrete platform. As soon as home is approximately 9:35 a.m. Okay, so he was killed. Yeah, so he would have been killed during the blackout, not killed before. This is different from the first tablet we got. No, I'm quite confident you're holding the same brand of tablet. Look, the shape and size are identical. I mean, why is there information missing from this tablet? The cause of death. When we investigated the dummy murder, the tablet specifically said that she died from blood loss. But this tablet doesn't list Wolfgane's cause of death anywhere. Of course, saying otherwise would make things too easy. Come again. You see, the tablet's information has been divulged in such a way that both the killer and the spotless have equal chance of success. What does that mean? Nope, that's all you get. That's all you're getting from me. Tally ho! Hey, wait! Dude, he's already out of here. How nimble was this guy? What, too easy? Solving Wolfgane's death? No way. Is he saying the cause of death is part of the mystery? Fuck this, who cares? I'm not investigating shit. Get me out of this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to keep looking at him. You have to be insane to think I'm touching a dead body. On multiple students made their way to the floor. At the door. It was then that she finally spoke. Stop. Although she didn't yell, there was an overwhelming intensity to her voice. The same kind that caught everyone's attention back in the trial room. Immediately the runaways froze. What do you want? You all remember the rules, don't you? If we don't solve Wolfgane's murder and uncover the killer, then we're all going to die. Our feelings don't matter in this killing game. They never did. All that matters now is finding the truth. Rich coming from you. Maybe it is, but we don't mean... she doesn't mean she's wrong. If we kill an innocent person, everyone except the killer will be executed. That's what Tozy said. That's what we retaliated by our watches. Whatever we like it or not, those are the rules. It is the difference between life or death. There's not much else we can do. But I don't want to. I don't want to look at him. Investigating a crime scene doesn't mean investigating just the body. It's standard procedure in homicide investigations to try and pinpoint the victim's movements before their death. That means searching places they're gone to before they're spoken to. In Wolfgane's case, his dorm room might be an area of interest. Since the doors don't have locks, there's nothing stopping anyone from entering. When you put it like that... Hey, broski, wanna explore the dorm? Yeah, sure. If you guys are going, then I'll come with. Yes, same for me. The way Eva spoke with such precision and such calmness, in the same way she spoke when we discovered the dummy. Hold on, Ulysses. Won't be going anywhere. What? That notebook you're carrying. What evidence we find down there, I don't want you recording it. Whatever evidence we find down here, I want you recording it. What about us? We might discover something huge upstairs. The area of the body deserves the most attention. Once we've exhausted our options here, then we'll head up there. Obviously, I'll remain here. You should too, Damon. Right. My mind was still reeling from the shock of discovering the body, and the lump in my throat still wouldn't go anywhere. But Wolfgang really was dead, and oh shit. Really was dead, and I had to find out why.
I don't understand.
It's just so hard to believe. Could one of our friends really be a murderer? Friends. She said it like that. Blind optimism isn't what the killer most likely exploited. After all, how can you suspect anyone if you trust everyone? It's an environment perfect for deceit, an environment perfect for murder. And worst of all, an environment we've created. Alright, investigation, guys. Well, I've always been streaming for 3 hours, so I think I'll end it here. Let me give it a quick little save. Alright. Ah, shit, hold on. What? Alright, just quit the game. That is really alright. You know,
I'm sold. I'm keen. All right. So now what we can do is when we find something new, put this. So I thought Grace was gonna die, but having Wolfgang die very early on, which kind of makes sense now you look at it in hindsight. Like the most mysterious kind of looks like an important character dies first. That's kind of how they've structured the first murders in each case, and I probably should have seen it coming, but oh well. So Wolfgang, Akira is now dead, and then I'll do, and I still think. Actually, I won't do highlight. Oops. I'll just do like a colored text probably. Actually, what I will do though. What I'll do is I'll go, if I'm wrong, I'll do red. So I'm going to find a darker red. Do that one. Right, and then next to it, oops. The next to it, I'll do the Wolfgang. I still think Desmond could be the killer. I'm still gonna go with Desmond, I reckon. I'm trying to think I want to change anything else around. Definitely can see Jet dying. I can see him dying in the second one. Mark. Okay. Oops. Oh, sorry, I meant to put that one on. So this is what I got. So yeah, Grace was wrong. Put Wolfgang in the real title. I still think Desmond could be the killer. And I'm just gonna do some quick predictions for who it could be. I think Desmond could be a good choice. He was killed 9:35. I think we'll have to look more into the investigation, but by memory, we started at 9 as we started the competition, and then from there we played for a bit, and then so it makes sense he was killed during the blackout. But the thing is, which actually could be interesting. It could be Grace. I'm trying to think, because when the blackout happened, we don't know. Someone stepped on Grace's foot, so maybe it could be Desmond. Maybe it could be Jet. I think they're gonna make it like, oh, it can't be any of us because we're all together, right? But what if, because the vent's right there, the vent is facing where he could be killed. So the vent where it was looking down is facing where he could be killed. Now the only question is, I think this will answer who it was, if it was someone in the gaming tournament or wasn't. Is if but someone did run away as well. We did hear someone run away from the crime scene, and we know it can't be anyone. It could have been any of us that ran away because of the. Oh wait. So this is another thing. So it was me and Kai that discovered the body, and the announcement played, right? So then, because the announcement was played with only just us two, what if the person that ran away is going to be red herring? What if that person came down, saw his dead body, ran away, fucking scared, but didn't say anything? Or maybe he knew, or maybe the person that was there was supposed to meet with him, and then they just ran away in the dark because they didn't want to get accused or something, so they hid him. I think it could be someone that was in the gaming tournament. So it It could be me, maybe. Nah, I don't think it's me. It depends on the time of death if that links up with when the power went out. If the power went out at like 9:35 or something, then they're like, oh, well, okay, that's good to know. Because then it could have been someone in us. Because the vent's right there. All it had to take was someone to go down and through the vent, like do something through the vent. We don't know how he's dead, of course. That's something we've got to figure out is what killed him. And you know what? I'm very intrigued. They've done a good job. They've set up a good little case here, and I'm excited to solve it. So I'm still going with Desmond. If not Desmond, then maybe someone. So the people that were in, who was playing? So it was Mark and Jet. So 1, 2. It was none of these guys. Gene was there. Eva, that's 5. It's Mark, Jet, Gene 3, Eva 4, Damon 5, Kaya 6, Cassidy 7. So there was only 7 of us. No, there was 8 of us because 2 went in each room. Wait, who am I missing? Me, Kaya. Hold on. Cassidy, Damon, Kaya, it's 3, Eva 4, Gene 5. That's it. 7. Oh, Grace 8. And someone did step on Grace's foot, which could have been like them trying to walk over to the vent. It's very interesting. I like it. I like finally playing like a game like this, like playing a game like this and exploring it for the first time. Like that's why I love Danganronpa because it makes so many fun scenarios. That's why it's good. Anyway, guys, I am going to get moving. I might play some more tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but maybe tonight. I feel up for it. I'm just have a bit of a break, eat some food, and chillax. All right, guys. Have a good one.